And welcome to the LMS show. Give yourselves a big hand. My name is Lenny Matthews, and we're from Sisters Uptown Bookstore and Cultural Center. Give them a big hand too. And also to give a big hand to everyone who's watching via cable and these social media pages which y'all got out here. Well, that's no story. So, but it gets the message. And LMS is seen 90% in the United States, and we're overseas in over 27 countries. Give LMS a big hand. We're in countries that the politicians can't go. We're there. We did a 4-figure show, and I mean the guys over there in the Saudi Arabia, they love that. They really love that. I mean, it was hitting all over the place. I met this young lady some years back. How many years I met you?
I think it's like a year now.
About a year now.
New Jersey.
Jersey, yes. Renee Smith gave a bookstore, book expo. She gave me one this year. One.
I think she is in October.
Well, we'll go off stage and let you know what I know. Give us your name, my friend.
I'm Theresa A. Campbell.
Give her a big hand, everybody. Theresa, this is your latest book. Tell us about your latest book.
Yes. This is my third book. I write urban Christian fiction. And this is my third book. It's Final Deal. I was born and raised in Jamaica, West Indies. And all my books are set in Jamaica. This one is set in Kingston, Jamaica. And it's a long story to how I get to writing this book, Mr. Matthews. It started with my first book, Are You There, God? And then I wrote a sequel to that, which is called Spoken.
What is your reaction to both your books?
So far, so good. I've been getting good reviews on that.
I heard you told me we were meeting one day. You know, usually before we do shows, we have called pre-production meetings. And you mentioned that it's very big in England, right?
My mom is in London, and my brother, so they have been networking and getting out, and church members and friends and so forth. So it's a good thing, yeah.
How long did it take before you wrote this book?
To get it down on paper, I would say maybe add it down first draft, like 5 months. Then you have to rewrite and stuff.
And it's also a lot of people. You had to get started proofreading because of what you say, is in your mind, and what you put on paper are two different things, right?
Two different things. All my books are edited, and I also get it proofread. Because it's hard for you to edit your own word.
That's true.
Because in your mind you're saying something else. When you're typing, you're actually typing something different. And this is what you want to say, but actually that's not what you wrote. So it's good to have your work edited by someone, especially who knows, in your own genre.
Now in this book, what's the plot?
This book.
Tell me the plot. Tell me the plot. Right now.
This book. When I started, I was very hesitant in writing it because I write Christian fiction. And my other two books are like more, I wouldn't say oldie, but it's more spiritual and stuff like that. So this book is about Jamaica's biggest drug lord. This guy has 9 children, 7 baby mamas.
Wow. Okay.
He's what you call the king of the country. Police are in his pockets. He runs things. He has soldiers wheeling and dealing drugs all over the place. And he has this motto: I don't do God. So he has nothing to do with God, and he feels he's the king of Jamaica, and he's gonna do whatever he wants, whenever he wants it. But when you're at the top of your game, there's always someone that's trying to get you down. So he felt like he's indispensable, and he's it. So he finds out later that the people he thought that were in his corners, they were actually his enemies. So now the police are after him for murder. The enemies are trying to get him. Loved ones are being killed. Another has been kidnapped. So his back was against the wall, and the question is asked, what will he do now? What will be his final deal?
But leave it at that because I don't want to give away the whole plot.
Okay.
So that's going to be to read the book.
Okay.
What we say? Okay, we might say, read the book. Say everybody one time. Read the book. Say it one more time.
Read
the book. Okay. Okay. I say buy the book. When it goes on public access channel, I'm saying to read the book. Okay. I gotta do this because you get some dopey public access to Jamaica. That's another story. So. But anyway, good thing I'm someplace else. Thank God.
I know.
I think it's so important.
Oh yeah, definitely. It is so refreshing. Like when I get an email or someone contacts me on Facebook and so on, and tell me the impact of one of my book, as in their life, and I'm like, really? Because that's the whole idea. This is like my own little personal ministry. I can't sing, God forbid, I can't preach, unless I'm in the shower actually. I can't preach, I can't do whatever. So my words are my own little ministry, ways for me to reach others.
You may be doing better than some preachers.
Right, So it's really nice when I can get a testimony that my work really has an impact on someone's life. It's like awesome.
Miss Jenkins.
Yes.
You have a question?
I did. I wanted to know, is there some truth behind this story?
Actually, this is fiction. Okay. In my first book, Are You There, God, which has over 60% of my life story. So that book is really means the world to me. I introduced this character, Smooth Suave. And I remember I got emails from some of my readers, and this one lady said, "Oh my God, he's a hot mess. What's going to come of him?" And I said to myself, people are so quick to write off people. Is there anyone beyond God's reach? So I asked myself that question, but I wanted to write this book, and I hesitated because I know for me to write this, I'll have to take it to the edge of the urban without going over, which is what I did. So there's a lot of killing, murder, guns, and everything. But I can assure you, the message is right there. No, it's good. The message is right there. And in the end, God will get the glory because that's what I'm about. And and it's very good the way I got good reviews. So I was able to blend the urban with the Christian fiction and get that message out.
Are you very active in your church?
I'm active. I think I can be a little bit more active, but I do.
Well, okay, step on my toe a little bit too.
Yes.
They told me the only time they see me, the only time they saw me in their church was on Father's Day. I thought I wanted some, and they treat me so nicely. I said, I better take this all in now. Because I'm gonna be the bad guy next week.
Just very passionate about, what you're saying.
Right.
And it sounds so interesting. Yeah.
On that note, I would like to thank you so much for joining us today on the LMS show.
Thank you.
And we love to come back in the near future.
Okay.
Let's give it up for who?
Appreciate it.
Theresa Campbell. And we're going to take a break. And we'd like to thank Miss Jenkins as my guest co-host. Give her a big hand. And next, coming up next. Where's that thing at there, Professor?
What you looking for?
Looking for Hey, Paula. I want to marry you. Hey, Paul. No one else will ever do. Boy, that's old school stuff, but Paula Sow next right here on the LMS show. Take it down.
Along that journey, it's difficult to hold relationships. So when you're doing your self-work and you're trying to find your own comfortability, connecting with someone is a difficult issue. So I created a space where I could cleanse myself because my affirmation was I'm not going into a relationship with baggage. So I spent 8 years by myself cleaning up my issues and my circumstances. So I was working through it, and I went through some workshops. And when I went through these workshops, these developmental, transformational, personal and professional development workshops, I met Colin, who was also doing the same work. So when you meet on the same footing that you're being better, and you don't want to be better for what you can get, you want to be better so you can contribute more. If I'm better, I can give more. If I'm better, I can support society more. I can support other people more. And when we met, it was just a friendship, and we just were like buddies ever since.
Oh,
we just buddies ever since.
And now you're going to hear, as the late Paul Harvey said, the rest of the story.
They say you have to be friends before you can be lovers, so I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you'll be so married.
Soon married. Yes. Thank you. We're looking at August 14th. That's our date coming up.
Nice.
At this point, I think it's 21 or 22 days away. The counter on the wedding website keeps ticking and thinking, but we're having an African-centered wedding. Cultural footing and awareness is very important to the both of us. So we discovered that we wanted to create our own landscape.
And on that note, I'm going to do something unusual. I'm going to move away from this chair, and Miss Jenkins, you're going to sit in this chair, and I want you to start asking some questions. Take it down. We're coming right back.
Welcome to the Lenny Matthews Show, and I am taking over.
Yeah, it's the takeover. Yo, Will, lock the door.
So today we have Black Love in the house. I think Black Love is one of the most beautiful feelings to see and feel. So tell me how you two connected.
Well, Paula mentioned prior, we met through developmental transformation workshops, personal and professional development. So basically, we were going through our self-work and our life's walk to, as she mentioned, to better ourselves, be more contribution to the world around us, even if we didn't realize it at first. And then we kind of just, within getting to know each other through that work, we realized how much we did actually have in common as far as our spiritual paths, what we wanted out of life. And the more I got to know her, the more I realized what I wanted a lot of than what she had available. Not to say consuming what she had, but to really connect on a level playing field. Guys coming together as two complete people. And we just kept seeing each other and kept experiencing new possibilities, and it's just been history from there. And I decided on a platform that I hold dear to me as an artist, doing music, to use my stage to propose to her live in front of people. Live in front of people.
Nice. Beautiful.
To show her the gratitude for the support she's shown me in my work, and with hopes that forever I can be the same support to her as well.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. So we were friends for 8 years.
No.
I was doing personal work development within myself, and then we were doing these workshops, and I guess I don't know, it looks like maybe about a year or two, something like 18 or 19 months we got engaged.
Okay, so it was 18 months of friendship, and then
build up.
Right.
And then you decided that you were going to make this union everlasting.
Exactly.
Yes.
There was no time stamp on that when you feel love. You know what I mean? It doesn't, intimacy, integrity. Like if you feel it, you know it. Then why
wait on it, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely. And I feel like I have a second lease on life, if you will. For some people, I have like at least the social construct of time and my son, I have a 19-year-old son, so I was previously married, that, you can't do this again, you can't have a family, this is, those things that have those conversations that speak against your happiness. So we really created, between the two of us, we sat down and we actually etched out what we want our life to look like.
Very nice.
On all the facets, financially, career, relationship, community service, and we found even playing field on every facet of our lives, that we were connecting together without losing our own personal identities. And we both get to still do whatever we want to do. He's a musician, but he also does poetry. I write poetry. He does empowerment to the community, open mics to support youth development. I do workshops, women's support, sisterhood for development and healing. So we found so much in correlation with things that we have passion for, and we were able to support each other. In my other life, I'm a teacher. He works in higher education. graphic artist. I have a master's in business. I support him in doing his business management and consultation and marketing for his artistry. He helped me with the flyer. He did the covers for my books. He does our promo material. He designs our websites. Like
it's very yin and yang.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I so love the fact that you two have created a relationship together as well as separately. I think it's very important that you don't lose yourself and giving each other space and time to miss one another. I love it. I love it. Black love. Black love. I love it.
To be allowed to be yourself while being with someone else as well.
I totally agree.
But that's why let me put a little plug in there. The be, because I've been doing like a lot of support with my sisters and things like that. I can be myself, but being myself with all your baggage, I don't have to accept that, right? You get to be yourself and be your best possible self, and I can support you in your transformation or in your improvements of yourself. It's not a criticism. I'm not telling you you should change. I'm not telling you that this is wrong, that you need to do with this, but don't expect me to have to do with some of your things that are bad behaviors. I'm not going to support that. That's from a male's perspective, as well as a woman from a man's perspective. If you're developing, then do your work. Develop. But some things that I realize that happens in relationships, and some of my previous relationships, is that if we're both not in a position to be supportive of each other, we become detrimental to one another. And in some ways we hurt, hinder, harm each other. And because we haven't developed to a place, and no one has to just put up with your crap just because if you love me, you'll put up with it. Oh no, how about you work through your circumstances and get your situation correctly and come here and offer. And then guess what? No, not 100%, because I'm not perfect and he's not perfect. That's right. But I know where my deficits are. And I say, well, this is my deficits, and to get the best response from me, these are the conditions that I work best in. So we try to maintain those conditions so that I function best. And if I'm having a breakdown, then I'll say, okay, Colin, give me 5. Right? You know, and he does his walk or whatever it is that, you know, he needs to go and have a drink with his friends or whatever that looks like. We don't do this thing. Like this. We still have our self-care things that we do. So that's really important, I think.
So it sounds like communication is the key to healthy relationships. Would y'all agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Everything caught up in this thing of like, well, we've been together X amount of times, and we talked enough, well, you should know what I'm feeling. It's like sometimes you don't know. Sometimes it really is meeting each other on a level playing field every single moment, because every single moment gets to be new, even with the person you've been with forever.
I agree.
So it's, you know, with you want to stay connected with that person in that manner, you know, and just be with them.
Yes.
And get that within every moment.
I see a powerful couple here. I mean, so much was said today. I mean, just from I watch you and you're just so involved and the picture taken, and I'm just like, okay, she got her own personal photographer. At the time, not knowing that they were even a couple, you know. So I'm like, okay, and then I'm looking at your fabulous cover, and he's responsible for that. That is a power couple, and I think it's dope. That's one of the words that I use. I love to use it, and I just want to say, just keep doing what y'all doing. Keep that understanding, because it's important. You know, and what you said, you're not perfect. No one's perfect.
Right.
Just keep it up, you know, express, and you guys will be 100. Look, together.
Can I can barely sleep, 'cause you are always on my mind. I can hardly breathe, I'm so afraid to lose the time. We were soulmates, we were lovers, we were superstars undercover. This goes out to all my girls, goes out to all my boys, go crazy in the club, club, club.
Yeah, come on, come on. Yeah, come on, come on. Yeah, come on, come on. Yeah, come on, come on.
Everybody move your body, everybody break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down.
Yes, you are, yes, you are, yes, you are the only one. 'Cause there's something special about you. I can feel all the feelings are strong. 'Cause you are the one I belong to.
Insane, you make me crazy, make me crazy. Insane, that's how I feel, that's how I feel.
Baby, I'm hasty, but I need to tell you. Maybe I'm hasty, but
Insane, you make me crazy, make me crazy. Insane, that's how I feel, that's how I feel. Everybody move your body, everybody break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down.
Yeah, come on, come on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, come on, come on.
oh yeah.
L-O-V-E makes me crazy. L-O-V-E.
Your love kept my heart on fire. It burned with desire. My world is falling down without you. You kept my heart on fire. It burned with desire. My world is falling down, falling down.
I'm feeling right to be by your side.
Oh yeah,
I'm feeling ready to have you forever in my life.
oh yeah.
Baby, I'm hasty, but I need to tell you.
Oh me. That's how I feel, that's how I feel. We shared so many things together. Thought our love will last forever. Don't leave me, no,
Yes,
don't
you
leave
are,
me.
yes, you are, yes,
Don't
you
leave
are
me.
the only one. Cause there's something special about you. I can feel all the feelings so strong. Cause you are the one I belong to.
We shared so many things together. Thought our love will last forever. Don't leave me, no, don't leave me, don't leave me. We shared so many things together. Thought our love will last forever. Don't leave me.